5 new faces. I don't think it's been any secret to the world at large who we were looking to bring in. Tell us a little bit about the 5 of them. Let's start off with Adam Davies.
Yeah, well, as I've said before, that during the summer a lot of work goes on, and sometimes that work goes on and you don't have the results of it. But we were very clear this summer that there's going to be a substantial change to the squad. A number of players will be leaving and a number of new faces coming in. So when that's the case, it's really important you get as many of those in on day one as you can, so that Nathan and his coaching staff have got the opportunity to really get their work into the players. Players get to know each other, of course, so that when the season does start, on day one, that team are ready to go.
And what about Adam Davies? He's coming here on the back of a great season with Barnsley, isn't he?
Yeah, Adam was in League One Team of the Year, so goalkeeper, did very well with Barnsley, and we're pleased to have him as part of the group of goalkeepers we got available to us.
And likewise, Liam Lindsay, his teammate from Oakwell, he's coming in as well, having had a great season that culminated in Barnsley getting promoted.
I think that's good. Liam and Adam obviously know each other well, formed a good partnership between goalkeeper and centre-back, a promoted team, both of them earning a lot of plaudits individually as well. Adam, of course, was a free agent, so we took advantage of that. Liam, we had to come to an agreement with Barnsley, but it's one that we're pleased with, and he's one that Nathan thinks has got a very bright future.
And Nick Powell almost feels like he's coming home. You don't need to tell anybody in these parts about Nick Powell, really, do you?
No, you don't. People have known about Nick Powell since he was a young lad breaking through at Crewe. However many years ago it is now, 7 or 8 years, I guess. Nick, of course, went to Manchester United. Things perhaps didn't turn out in the way that people had hoped at the time. But latterly, of course, he's gone to Wigan and done extremely well. And many of our fans will remember his performance here last year against us, where he was exceptional. So to pick Nick up, a player of his quality, on a free transfer as well, we're really pleased with.
Next one, Lee Gregory, a man who certainly knows the game. He's been around long enough, hasn't he?
He's been around a long time. I mean, he was strike partner with Jamie Vardy all those years back at Halifax. What a strike partnership they had back in non-league days. But again, many of our fans will know Lee Gregory from Millwall. He did well against us last year, and he knows the division, he knows what's expected. Another free transfer, which is good, but when I'm talking about these free transfers, they're players who are in demand. Make no mistake about that. They're players who we had to compete for, and we had to convince them, and that's Nathan in particular, had to convince them on why Stoke City was the best place for them.
And Lee scored a lot of goals, albeit in a struggling side. No disrespect to Millwall, but he scored a lot of goals and a lot of important goals for them, didn't he?
He did, and it's something we've been short of last couple of years. So you can never get too many goal scorers. So again, we're really pleased to have got Lee.
And finally, Jordan Cousins. What sort of a player are Stoke fans going to see with him?
Well, Jordan's been at QPR for a few years. Prior to that, he was at Charlton with Nathan, actually. So he's a player that Nathan knows very well. He's a player that can play in various positions in the midfield, and it's partly his versatility, but also his ability to play in the holding role, I think, that particularly attracts Nathan to him. But as I say, he's a player that he knows very well, and Nathan knows more than anyone else really what he's capable of and what we can expect from Jordan.
I don't mean to be condescending, but is getting players in the easy part, is getting moving players on the difficult part for you as a chief executive?
Yeah, I think the reality, have a look at the numbers. Have a look at the numbers we've managed to bring in so far compared to those who've moved out. And the truth is, you're more in control of the players that you're moving in, the players that you're looking to move out, and often it's the player wanting to go themselves as well. You're also reliant on a club wanting to take them, and the club coming forward with the right kind of offer as well. So whether it's harder or easier, the one thing that's absolutely fact is that you're less in control of the players that you're trying to move out.
Is that a challenge you enjoy?
The moving them out? No, I prefer being in control. If I'm honest, it's it's easier to bring them in. You're more in control of bringing them in. You can be more strategic about it. With the players you're looking to move out, quite frankly, you do the work that's necessary. You ensure that you're on the same page as the player. Everyone's in agreement as to what the right thing is, but you're then reliant to a large degree on what's happening in the marketplace and what clubs might want what particular type of players. So it's moving players out. There's more of an element of you sit back and you hope to a degree, or you expect certain developments to take place.
5 in, are we to expect many more, do you feel?
I think that we'll be looking to do at least a couple more, and then beyond that will depend upon what happens in terms of players moving out.